Hey everyone, how's it going? Total Level here, as here we are, it's near the end of 2023. Lots of great games to play this year, and more amazing ones coming next year. I don't know how I'll be able to get through so many JRPGs just for 2024 alone. Forget about even the ones that I want to play previous years and everything, because we have the likes of Trails Through Daybreak, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I can't wait, please give me the game now. Persona 3 Reload, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, Metaphor, and Eiyuden Chronicles 100 Heroes, just to name a few. Today though, we're talking about 2023 and the best games I played and beat this year. Whether it was a game that came out in 2023 or one from many years ago, there were so many great games I played and beat this year. Right now you're seeing kind of my honorable mentions here in this kind of highlight reel. Hence, yeah, I didn't want to forget about all the great games that I've beaten for 2023. Now, to create a bit more diversity in my selections, I picked just one game per franchise. Otherwise, there would be 2 Star Ocean games along with like 3 or 4 Trails games on here. So yeah, it was tough picking just 10 as I love so many games this year. I did make it a goal to play and beat, more games, and definitely did that. So, without further ado, here are my top 10 games I beat in 2023. Hope you all enjoy. At number 10 we have a co-op game, It Takes Two. I played this game with my buddy Guy, as this was a really cool game as you're playing as Cody and May. I was May, my buddy was Cody, and the whole story is they're about to get a divorce. They announced this to their daughter Rose, but Rose doesn't want this, right? So, after kind of crying and reading a book and all that, a spell is got put on, and so, Cody and May must work together to try and rekindle their kind of marriage. And man, this game was such a fun surprise, like, kind of what you're seeing now, just, without spoiling anything. There's a lot more to this than kind of your platformer puzzle game, I'll just say that. There's a lot of fun surprises with this game. It was a ton of fun, very surprised with this game, which is funny to say because I know it won Game of the Year, but it was just, a lot of fun surprises throughout that I didn't expect for this type of game. It was quite a bit longer than I thought it would be, and there was just a lot of fun with this, and one of the best kind of co-op experiences I've ever played. So It Takes Two, just a ton of fun here. At number 9 I have Star Fox Adventures. So eventually finally got around to playing this game, and so glad I did, because man, what a fun Zelda type adventure. Yes, it's far from being your typical Star Fox game, but it doesn't make it any less fun, as Fox, you're investigating this, dinosaur planet, and, after, quickly you kind of get this staff, and that's where Fox first meets Crystal, who you kind of play through a bit of a prologue at the start of the game, where she's kind of trying to uncover clues about kind of her parents' death, right, and gets attacked by General Scales, and then, you're playing as Fox afterwards, and Crystal is kind of guiding Fox to try and help and, restore peace to kind of dinosaur planet, and, you get, like, this kind of sidekick dinosaur named Tricky, who digs up little treasures here and there, and helps you solve different puzzles. But man, it's just a really solid adventure game. Like, it was a lot of fun. It's a game that I'm going want to replay eventually to 100%, you know, get everything that I missed and things like that. And yeah, like, you know, give this game a shot, like, you know, because even though it's not your traditional Star Fox game, it's still a really fun Star Fox game, and yeah, I think people need to give it another shot. So yeah, check out Star Fox Adventures, really fun. At number 8, I have Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. What a phenomenal RPG. I mean, I didn't think any of these Mario and Luigi games would top Superstar Saga for me, but man, was this game awesome. Like, you know, because the whole story is like Bowser gets tricked into eating some sort of mushroom that makes him inhale a lot of different things, including Mario and Luigi, and that's why it's Bowser's Inside Story, because you're playing as Mario and Luigi inside Bowser, while, you know, you're playing as Bowser on the outside, and you're kind of going back and forth, you know, through this adventure and trying to, yeah, you know, have Bowser kind of get back to normal, along with Mario and Luigi trying to find their way to escape from, yeah, Bowser's insides, right, along with everyone else that's trapped in there. Hilarious game, lot of humor, lot of fun, great just turn-based combat, and yeah, like, I'm so glad I was able to finally pick this game up this year, because oh man, it was just an absolute blast, and it's something I'm going to be replaying quite a few times. Like, I might actually, you know, just talking about it, I might replay it again, because man, was it a lot of fun. Check out Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. I think, yeah, for me personally, I think it's the best one in the series. At number 7, I have The Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie. So, was debating on putting this one or Azure here, but I went with Reverie because, yeah, this was the end of a saga. Now, I did pick up like the Japanese version of this game years ago, but yeah, having kind of just the localized version and English voices, like, yeah, really helped a lot. But yeah, wanted to put this here because, you know, 10 games later, this was the end, right? And was really cool to see all these characters from the Sky series, Cold Steel, and the Crossbell games all combined together as you're playing as kind of 3 different storylines here of, yeah, Reen, Lloyd, and then the Mysterious Sea. And yeah, just really cool game, you know, a lot of big cameos. Now, I will say, story-wise and everything, it's one of the weakest ones, if not the weakest story out of the Trails games, just because you have so many characters in here, because the whole story is like, Crossbell is about to celebrate being liberated, being kind of a free country before, you know, that changes very quickly. Won't say much more than that. And so you're back at it, kind of fighting for everyone's rights again, and yeah, but just really cool characters and all these cameos. But yeah, again, the story is a bit kind of messy because of the amount of characters, right? So certain characters that had big impacts on previous games were pretty, you know, almost non-existent in this one, if they were completely non-existent, right? Which was, you know, too bad, because yeah, there's so many great characters. But again, when you have this many, yeah, it's going to be a little messy. Still though, fantastic game, fantastic end to Saga. Cannot wait for Trails Through Daybreak. I played like the Japanese demo of that, so yeah, I can't wait. And yeah, just over 1,000 hours in these games, and man, it was just very bittersweet for me for sure. At number 6, I have Atelier Ryza 3. So the Ryza games have been really fun, and yeah, just kind of the best out of these Atelier kind of games, right? But yeah, Ryza 3 I found was kind of just flown under the radar this year, actually, because you know, for quite a long while, like, the Ryza games were kind of talked about on a lot of JRPG lists of hidden gems and all that, check them out, and yeah, but when Ryza 3 came out, I found not too many people talked about this, and it's quite a shame because this was a fantastic game. Now, out of the Ryza trilogy, this one does have the weakest storyline I found, because kind of similar with Reverie, it's kind of celebration of the end of the Ryza series, right? So you got, you know, a lot of kind of past characters as party members along with a few new ones, but man, it's just still a lot of fun. You got these huge areas. You got 4 massive areas with little to no load times, and areas like you're just exploring these massive areas, and of course, you know, the alchemy in these games are always still so addictive, and getting all these different materials, and yeah, it's still a blast to play, along with the combat system being the best that this series has seen yet. And yeah, it's just weird that this game has flown under the radar a lot, because not too many people talk about this, but Ryza 3 just was a fantastic game for me, fantastic end to the series. Excited to see what's next for the Atelier series, and yeah, like, check out the Ryza games. I think a lot of you would have fun with all 3 of them. At number 5, I have Star Ocean: The Second Story R. So, yeah, beat this one and beat Star Ocean 6, The Divine Force, right? And man, I love both of them, but Star Ocean 2 remake was just chef's kiss, like, mwah. You know, I mean, the 2D HD pixel art graphics are just gorgeous to look at. Like, it's so pleasing, and you know, the music is a lot of fun. The gameplay, like, you know, just very fast and fluid, and yeah, just a fun story, fun characters. Voice acting, definitely, like, I use the English voices, which this one for English voices uses the ones from the PSP version. Like, there's 2 Japanese tracks from the PSP version and also redone for the remake, but only one for the English one. So yeah, we'll say for the English voice acting, it was kind of not that great. You know, there were like, some were okay, and then others were like, okay, that's, you're not even trying, or no one's giving you direction of how to deliver that line, right? But regardless of all that, is just a pure fun game, right? And you know, of this, like, there's so much you're working towards in this game, because every time you level up, you're also leveling up your different skills of smithing and compounding, and you know, if you want to pickpocket people, and you know, though you have to be careful with pickpocketing because there's an affinity system in this game, and yeah, you get all these different endings, and oh, it's just, there's so much like packed into this game, like, you know, is just amazing. I'll have to check out the original PS1 game, because I do have that game, because yeah, I love this one. I want to see kind of the differences of each game, and yeah, just a blast to play. Check out Star Ocean: The Second Story R, highly recommend. So this is getting harder and harder to pick and choose, but at number 4 I have Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus on PS4, which finally got around to this game too, and I'm glad I did. Another excellent game from Falcom, just kind of combining the best of the Trails games along with the Ys games, right? And of course that flair of Persona in here as well, of just this high school setting where you're going into this other kind of world or dimension called, the Eclipses, and these Eclipses are just developed through kind of people's emotions, and it's just, what a fantastic, fun game. I mean, like, the combat in this game is so fast and fluid, the characters are so fun, like, this is one of my favorite cast of characters throughout, of both, male and female characters. They all blend in so well together. Like, it just feels like these characters have been in many games before. That's how good they are, right? And, it's just a ton of fun, and if you're someone who loves these Falcom games and everything, you have to check out Tokyo Xanadu. Is just a really cool experience. So at number 3 we have a controversial one here, Final Fantasy 16. So I recognize this game isn't going to be for everybody, but for me personally, I loved every second of this game, and maybe another controversial take, but hey, I enjoy both the old turn-based games along with these action-oriented Final Fantasies. Call me crazy. And here's my number. But anyways, man, this game for me personally was just so fun. I love the combat in this, Yes, it is a bit basic compared to, bigger kind of action games out there of, say, your Devil May Cry's or Bayonettas or anything like that, but it was still a lot of fun for me personally, and I just loved everything about this. The music was incredible in this game, the grim world of, these bearers trying to become free from slavery, right? And love the characters like, Clive, Jill, but the best one by far is Sid in this game. Like, this was the best Sid to ever be created in Final Fantasy, in my opinion. And I just love this whole journey of, the mother crystals, and it was cool to see a, much darker take on Final Fantasy. Like, this isn't the first time we've seen this, there's like the Type 0 game and everything, but I don't know, I really love this, and all the voice actors did a phenomenal job on this game, and I couldn't get enough of this, like, it takes about 50 or so hours to beat, and it felt like I beat it in 5 hours, and it was just something I couldn't put down personally. But again, I get it's not going to be for everybody, but hey, it's for me, so I'm happy about that. Then at number 2 we have one of the most pure fun experiences I've ever had, Hi-Fi Rush. I love this game so much, like, and it's not a super long game, but man, it was just, I wanted to keep playing and playing and playing, and like I'm not sure where to start. I'm like, characters, art, music, I don't know, combat, like, it's just so cool. Like, the animation in this game is one of the cleanest I've ever seen in a video game, and the characters so fun, and you know, I love JRPGs, and maybe this is part of the reason why I love this game, because a lot of the voice actors are your, you know, traditional ones you would get a lot in JRPGs or anime, right, with like Robbie Damon and Erica Lindback as, you know, Chai and Peppermint, right? But oh, just so much of very cool, unique game of, you know, combining music rhythm with action, right, where you're timing your attacks. And what's cool about this game too is the different difficulty options, where if you're having trouble keeping time and all that, you can turn that off so that you can just mash attack instead of timing your button presses, right? And yeah, I just love this. The music was so fun, and yeah, I had an absolute blast with this game. This is something that I'll come back to. I wish there was a physical. If there was a physical of this game, I would buy it instantly, because yeah, it was just such a pure fun experience. I loved Hi-Fi Rush so much. And at number 1, easily, is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm so glad I took the time to finally, play this game this year, because I did buy this game day one, but I kind of put it aside after playing it a little bit, you know, because, I was kind of busy with other things, so, I just wanted to save it for later. But man, I'm glad I got around to it this year, because this game is so epic. The story of this struggle between the two nations of the Kevis and the Agnes side, and kind of how, you know, you have 3 characters from each side where their destinies kind of intertwine after they become something called Ouroboros, and they have to kind of work together and discover kind of the secrets behind this war between both nations and everything. And oh man, just the characters in this game were so fun. You know, I loved I loved how they did quests too, because, you know, these Xenoblade games are pretty much single player MMOs, right? How they're set up, and, you know, so kind of with quests, like, they usually aren't the greatest, but for this game they really improved on that a lot. Like, you still got your just general quests thrown at you of like, okay, gather this or beat this monster or whatever, right? But you got so many different story quests. You got these hero quests, because throughout your journey you're going to meet different people and heroes that you kind of recruit, not exactly to your party, but you recruit kind of their abilities, and you get to use their abilities and master their abilities, and switching back and forth. And the music is incredible in this game. One of the best I've ever heard in my life for soundtracks. It was just, oh, I cannot get enough of this game. I never get tired talking about this game. I'm using the soundtrack once again in this video because I love it that much. I've used the soundtrack multiple times already, and yeah, I'll probably use it quite a few more times. Like, yeah, just so much of this game was incredible to me. Like, yes, graphically it's nothing to write home about, but just shows you don't need to be the prettiest game to be one of the most enjoyable and memorable gaming experiences that I've ever had. And so, those are my top 10 games that I beat in 2023. What do you think? Do you agree, disagree with any of the picks I have on here? Let me know in the comments, and let me know what are your favorite games that you beat this year. I would love to hear all your thoughts, especially, you know, because it gives me a chance to possibly check out one of your favorite games this year that maybe I didn't have a chance to get around to yet, right? So, yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you next time, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All that great stuff. Just have a great, great holiday Christmas season. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, or if you just want to see any of my skits and then nothing else and leave the video, that's fine too. Thanks everyone, take care.